You feel it when they interrupt you. You see it in their smirk. Disrespect isn't an accident. It is a calculated test. They are checking to see if you are weak enough to tolerate it. If you react with emotion, you fail. Today, we strip away modern morality and apply the dark pragmatism of Machiavelli. Here are 7 psychological weapons to turn their disrespect into fear. The power of strategic silence. Most men, when disrespected, make a fatal error. They make noise. When someone insults you, cuts you off, or undermines you, your instinct is to react. You want to defend your honor. You want to explain why they are wrong. You want to send that long text message explaining your feelings. You believe that if you just explain yourself clearly enough, they will understand and treat you better. This is the lie of the weak. Machiavelli understood that power is not about what you say, it is about what you withhold. When you react instantly to disrespect, you are signaling something very dangerous about yourself. You are signaling that you are easily moved. You are signaling that your internal state is dependent on their external behavior. You are a puppet, and they have found the strings. The first weapon is the void. Next time you are disrespected, do absolutely nothing. I do not mean you sulk. I do not mean you give them the silent treatment like a pouting child. I mean you become a void. You look at them with dead eyes. You do not argue. You do not validate their insult with a response. You simply let their words hang in the air, unanswered. Psychologically, this is devastating to the disrespecting party. Human beings are social creatures who crave feedback loops. When they insult you, they expect resistance. That resistance confirms that they have impacted you. When you give them silence, true, cold, heavy silence, you deny them the feedback loop. Their brain enters a state of dissonance. They start to wonder, did he hear me? Does he not care? Is he planning something? By saying nothing, you force their mind to fill the gap with their own insecurities. You turn the table. Instead of you trying to prove your worth to them, they are now subconsciously trying to get a reaction out of you. You have moved from the defensive to the offensive, without speaking a single word. Remember, a king does not argue with a peasant. He simply ignores him. The moment you argue, you have lowered yourself to their level. Stay above. Stay silent. Be the void, the withdrawal of scarcity. Why do we value gold? Why do we value diamonds? Is it because they are useful? No, it is because they are rare. Why do people disrespect you? Because you are common. You are everywhere. You are always available. You pick up the phone on the first ring. You say yes to every favor. You are terrified of missing out. So you make yourself a commodity that can be picked up and put down at will. Machiavelli wrote, "Familiarity breeds contempt." This is the foundational law of social dynamics. If you are always present, your value drops to zero. The second weapon is the withdrawal of scarcity. When someone shows you a lack of respect, you must immediately tax them. The tax you levy is your presence. You do not announce this. You do not make a dramatic speech saying, "I am not talking to you anymore." That is emotional. That is weak. Instead, you simply drift away. You become busy. You become occupied with higher things. When they text you, you reply 6 hours later, or the next day. Your answers are short. Yes, no, can't. When they ask to hang out, you are unavailable. You are working on your empire. This shift in availability triggers a panic response. In the human psyche, we are wired to fear loss. When you are always there, they take you for granted. When you are suddenly gone, they feel the loss of an asset. They begin to reassess your value. Why is he so busy? What is he working on? Did I lose him? You must understand that people only respect what they can lose. If they know you will never leave, no matter how badly they treat you, they have no incentive to treat you well. You must be willing to punish them with your absence. This is not a game. This is a recalibration of your worth. You are teaching them a lesson in market economics. The price of access to you just went up, and their currency of disrespect is no longer accepted here. There is nothing more pathetic than a man who loses his temper over words. When you get angry, when you raise your voice, you are admitting defeat. You are admitting that another person has the power to control your blood pressure, your heart rate, and your mind. You have handed them the remote control to your emotions. The disrespectful person, the manipulator, the narcissist, the bully, feeds on hot emotion. They want your anger. They want your tears. They want your frustration. It makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel like a god who can strike you with lightning. The Machiavellian weapon against this is the mirror of indifference. This is different from silence. This is about interaction without infection. You interact with them, but you do not let their poison infect your state. Imagine a rock in the middle of a storm. The storm rages. The wind howls. The rain beats down. Does the rock scream? Does the rock fight the wind? No. The rock remains. When they insult you, you look at them with mild curiosity, as if you are watching a bug crawl across the table. You might say something like, "That is an interesting opinion," or, "You seem very upset today." You treat their disrespect not as an attack on you, but as a symptom of their illness. You pathologize them by remaining calm, by keeping your voice low and slow. You create a contrast. They look crazy. You look sane. They look emotional. You look rational. They look like a child throwing a tantrum. You look like the adult watching it happen. This infuriates them. There is no greater insult to an enemy than to show them that they do not matter enough to make you angry. Your indifference is the ultimate shield. It reflects their ugliness back onto them. Machiavelli taught that it is better to be feared than loved, but it is worst of all to be despised. The man who loses control of his emotions is despised. The man who controls himself is feared. Be the man who controls himself. Breaking the pattern. Humans are pattern recognition machines. We feel safe when we can predict what will happen next. Your enemies disrespect you because they have figured out your algorithm. They know exactly how you function. They know that if they make a joke at your expense, you will laugh awkwardly to avoid conflict. They know that if they push a deadline, you will accommodate them. They have mapped your territory, and they know where your fences are weak. To regain respect, you must destroy their map. You must use strategic unpredictability. Machiavelli advised the prince to be changeable and to wear many masks. Never let your opponent know your next move until the knife is already in. If you have been the nice guy for 5 years, tomorrow you must shock the system. The next time they ask for a favor you would usually say yes to. Give them a hard, cold no. Do not explain why. Do not apologize. Just no. The shock of this refusal will be visceral. It disrupts their reality. They will think, what happened to him? He used to be a pushover. If you are usually quiet, suddenly speak up with absolute conviction on a topic you know well. Dominate the conversation for 2 minutes. Then go back to silence. If you are usually predictable in your schedule, disappear for a weekend. Tell no one where you went. When they ask, simply smile and say, I had things to handle. Unpredictability breeds caution. When people don't know what you will do next, they proceed with care. They walk on eggshells. They stop testing your boundaries because they are afraid of finding a landmine. You are not a machine to be operated by them. You are a chaotic force. You are the ocean, calm one moment, violent the next. They will learn to respect the ocean, or they will drown. Machiavelli knew that the crowd is won over by appearances. Disrespect often happens in the dark, or in one-on-one interactions, but reputation is built in the light. One of the most effective ways to handle a disrespectful person is to isolate them socially, without ever attacking them directly. The weak man bad-mouths his enemy. He goes to his friends and complains, "Can you believe what he did to me?" This makes you look weak. It makes you look like a victim seeking sympathy. The Machiavellian warrior uses narrative control. You never speak ill of them. Instead, you speak of them with pity. You frame their behavior as a weakness that you are tolerating. out of the goodness of your heart. If someone asks about the person who disrespects you, you say, "He's complicated. I think he's going through a lot right now. I try not to judge him too harshly." Do you see the brilliance of this? You have taken the high road. You look benevolent and strong. You have subtly planted the seed that the other person is unstable or going through something. You have framed their disrespect, not as an attack on you, but as a failure of their character. When this person inevitably acts out in public, people will not see a strong attacker. They will see the unstable person you warned them about. You have pre-framed the audience. You strip them of their social power. You make their disrespect look like a mental breakdown rather than a power move. You protect your reputation while dismantling theirs, all with a look of concern on your face. This is the art of war without weapons. Let's go deeper. Why does their disrespect bother you? It bothers you because deep down, you fear they might be right. You fear that maybe you are beneath them. Maybe they do have more money, more status, more confidence. You cannot fake competence. You cannot fake power forever. Eventually, you must actually be powerful. The sixth weapon is the long game while they are busy playing petty social games, gossiping, and trying to score points in conversations. You must be building. You must be working in the dark. Machiavelli respected prowess. He respected the man who built his principality from the ground up. Use their disrespect as fuel. Every time they laugh at you, add 10 pounds to your deadlift. Every time they ignore you, read another book. Every time they exclude you, add another 0 to your bank account. This is the cold, hard truth. The best way to handle people who don't respect you is to outgrow them so completely that they become invisible to you. Imagine a scenario 5 years from now. You have built a body of iron. You have built a mind of steel. You have created financial freedom. You walk into a room, and they are still there, telling the same jokes, playing the same petty games. They will look at you, and they will feel small, not because you attacked them, but because your very existence highlights their stagnation. Your success is a mirror in which they see their own failure. You don't need to handle an ant. You step over it, become so big that their disrespect can no longer reach your ears. This is the only permanent solution. The willingness to walk away, the nuclear option. We arrive at the final weapon, the most dangerous weapon, the one that requires the most courage. The root of all disrespect is your dependency. You tolerate disrespect because you are afraid to lose the relationship. You are afraid to lose the job. You are afraid to be alone. As long as you are afraid to walk away, you are a slave, and slaves are never respected. The final weapon is total detachment. You must reach a place in your mind where you truly, deeply, do not need them. You must cultivate the ability to burn the bridge while you are still standing on it. If that is what self-respect requires, Machiavelli knew that a prince who relies on mercenaries is never safe. He must rely on his own arms. You must rely on your own company. When you are willing to walk away from a negotiation, you win. When you are willing to walk away from a woman who disrespects you, she chases. When you are willing to walk away from a friend who crosses boundaries, they panic. This is not a bluff. People can smell a bluff. This must be a reality. You must be comfortable in your own solitude. You must love your own company so much that you treat people as invited guests in your life, not permanent residents. When you look someone in the eye and they realize that you are perfectly capable of cutting them out of your life forever, without a moment of hesitation, their behavior changes instantly. They realize they are dealing with a man who has options, a man who has standards. Respect is not given, it is bargained for, and your bargaining chip is your ability to leave. If you cannot lead. The world is not a kind place. It is a hierarchy of will. You have spent too long being the nice guy. You have spent too long hoping that if you are just compliant enough, people will love you. Kill that version of yourself. He is dead. From today, you operate differently. You embrace the silence. You withdraw your access. You control your emotions. You become unpredictable. And most importantly, you become willing to walk alone. Let them disrespect you today. Let them laugh, because while they are laughing, you are sharpening the blade. And when you are finished, they won't be laughing. They will be watching,